So I'm going to do an extended video here and give a couple of reasons why I ended up where I ended up, and why I'm on this path now, and why I'm reaching out to the world for with videos for, maybe a sense of community, if you want to call it that. And that's something I want to start by saying here, is that what I'd really like to do is maybe start having a podcast or something with people that I don't know at first, but could get to know, and build a community of people that support each other online, do some videos together, and maybe we can help some other people that are looking for community and looking to stay on track with their lives and stay sober. And so here it goes. In 2022, the morning of January 1st, I got sober because I had an incident at a bar which led me to reevaluate my life. I got into an altercation with somebody, and it could have gone so far sideways that I couldn't let that ever happen again. And the first couple of months of being sober was difficult, to say the least, but after about 3 months, I started exercising a little bit more, started being more focused at my business. And one of my friends, my friend Nick, my good friend Nick, who's like a brother to me, he's a prototype engineer and multidisciplinary engineer. And he had an idea for a horticultural light adapter for high pressure sodium and metal halide bulbs, and it was to help people that were thinking about switching over to LEDs save money on the equipment that they already had, and power and electric bill, save on all of that, right? And it was also able to mitigate heat very well. And this wasn't just for cannabis, this was mostly for food production, indoor year-round food production, particularly in northern climates, because we wanted to do our little part to change the world just a little bit. And it would have been great, but in May of 2022, his parents started having marital issues, and they were in their 70s, and it didn't really make a whole lot of sense, and I couldn't see why their family was kind of blowing up and splitting apart at first, and I'll get to more of that later. But long story short is, his father gave him a building for us to work in, and it was run down really bad, but it was a place where we could work and develop our product. And shortly thereafter, his mom filed for divorce, named my friend Nick in the lawsuit for the divorce. And the father didn't realize it when he gave him the building, but he was going to have to pony up for his portion of what that was worth in the divorce. And instead of just telling my friend Nick that, hey, listen, this was a mistake, I couldn't do this, you got to title the building back to me so that we can finalize this with your mom, he put a case on him, a assault case, which was totally bogus. And my buddy got arrested, went to jail. I had to get him a lawyer, got him bailed out. And his father, his cousin, and to a large degree his brother also destroyed our prototypes, broke into the factory, stole our machines. And I was so heavily invested in it that I figured, I've got to, help my buddy out, get this right. And after about a year, the case was dismissed for lack of merit, but the amount of stress that he was under, and the realization that his family wouldn't be there for him in any way and was just pretty much out to get him, he ended up with terrible cancer, like the worst kind of cancer. And instead of telling anyone that he was sick, he made believe that he was going to be okay, and he was going to get better. And when he finally realized that he wasn't, and went to a doctor after a little over a year, there was very little he could do. Refused to get chemo, which I can understand because that shit's disgusting, and I don't think that chemo actually works, but I'm not a doctor, and at the point where he was at, I probably would have tried anything, but he wouldn't. And so we're 2 years later, and he's still dying slowly. And he was the core component to my group of friends and my group of people that I worked with on projects and on businesses. And when kind of myself included, everybody realized that he wasn't going to get better and he wasn't going to do anything that he didn't want to do to get better, or listen to anybody that that was an expert, because he's a know-it-all and he's the biggest expert there is on everything. That's when my group of friends kind of split up, and my group of people that I was working with stopped being a community, and it led me to be really depressed because I didn't have anyone to talk to, I didn't have anyone to share ideas with, and all of a sudden I was isolated. And so I had a difficult time maintaining my sobriety. I did it. I didn't slip up, but not having that sense of community really kind of put me into a depression. And what I really wanted to do here with these videos is try to get a community of people together, even if they're thousands of miles apart, to be a part of each other's lives and be supportive. So if there's an opportunity there and you want to do a conference video or like a podcast with me, even if you're from the other side of the country or whatever, I'd love to do it. You can email me at soberbro100@gmail.com, or you can leave a comment below with your contact information. I'll reach out to you and we can get something started. Maybe we can support other people and what they want to do with their lives, other people that have gone through strife and difficult times, that want to get better at living, stay sober, and have people that they can rely on, even if they're thousands of miles away. So please shoot me a comment. If you like the fact that I'm doing these videos, shoot me a like, and I hope you guys are well out there. And again, this is the time change weekend, so I guess it's time to change, as they say. But would love to hear ideas from other people, what you're into, and what you think would be a good thing to communicate about and share with others. Hope you're well today. Be well. Stay well.